Hi, and welcome to another webinar of mine where I'd be discussing the state of UK universities, winners versus laggards. This is actually a continuous series, but I've changed the name of the series. It used to be known as universities benefiting and not benefiting from this international student recruitment demand. But I thought it'll be easier to kind of try and categorize these universities into winners versus laggards based on the data that I get from my analysis. The University of South Wales, if you look at the data from the pre pandemic to the post pandemic years, you would see that in 2021-22 budget and post pandemic, the numbers that I have been able to unearth, their full time home and EU students drop in terms of tuition fee revenue was at 6 million. This was double the number they had pre pandemic, while the international students number or the tuition fee that increased from 13 million to about 29 million, so that's almost a 16 million increase that they had in from 2019 to 2022. However, and more surprisingly, if you look at the budget surplus, the amount of surely the operating cost that they have at their end, which is very high, in 2019-2020 the university was capable of like wiping out £3 million in surplus from the previous year. In 2021-22, that was 1.8 million. So about 2 million of the surplus was wiped out from the budget in 2020, 21, 2021, 22. So that has been a fantastic story of how the university has been run over the years. In terms of the trends, as I said, between 2019 to 2022, the university added £16 million in international student fee revenue. However, they lost £8 to £9 million in home and EU student fee tuition fee revenue, which is dominated by the loss of home students. The loss of home students basically is a big um, red mark or a red flag when it comes to universities in the UK, because you can't be a really strong university in the UK and not attract a lot of local students, or you lose local students. Frankly, it talks about the options that students have to get jobs after completing this university, and how they perceive it, right? And the investment that the university makes towards the career centers and other such ancillary services that help student placements or student career outcomes after the university. More often than not, the loss of local students is based on that. Of course, international students don't really know about this, or they don't care about it. They don't look into these kind of surveys. Like, for example, look at the student satisfaction survey score of 71.97, which made sure that the university was ranked at 109 amongst the 147, of which I have scores of from 2021. And that's a dismal performance. And that is something which international students don't really look into. They just look into, let's say, the opportunity to kind of come to the UK and get an admission to one of the UK universities. Also, this is not one of the better universities. It's just 91 overall. So which literally means that the international student growth that they're getting, the quality of students wouldn't be very high, because high quality students don't really end up at a university that is ranked 91st or has an NSS rank of 109. So these are some of the factors which go towards defining this university as a laggard. It is one of the universities who's of course lagging behind, and has not been at its best pretty recently, and I think needs to really change the game if it wants to become a winner in the coming years, which looks difficult, but it's not impossible. So thank you for listening to this video, and I hope to connect with you in my next one. Bye.